Hello everybody. I am Zachariah the Ghost. By now we all know that the wife took a break from the 16th and the 23rd of February 2023, and they will give us the next three episodes, episode 43, 44 and 45 on the 2nd of March 2023. But today on the 23rd, they decided to give us the wife behind the scene special. It was a beautiful one. I just loved it. And they decided to interview actors, actresses, directors, writers, and also the makeup team. The show is hosted by Lesego Koza. And there was, a scene where I've seen Mandisa was interviewed, and she said, they were given a creative liberty. They could go anywhere, although we all know that is based on a book, but they were given an opportunity to go wherever they want to go with the story. It's inspired by the book, but they were not forced to adapt to the book. They also explained Nkosana and Zandile's sex scene. They said because of it's been 10 years since these two met, and it was the first night they got together, they were like actually making up for the lost 10 years that they didn't have when Zandile was still in jail. Although they were a bit older, but they wanted to make sure that the sex scene has to be that steamy, like they were still 10 years younger. They were making up for the time that they lost. And I kind of understood what they were saying because, the camera angles, were amazing. I love how they shot, that sex scene. And the director said it was very challenging. It was the most challenging scene that he has to take. And also, the actors and actresses, of course, they told us about how many takes they have to take so that the sex scene can be what we saw on our screen. And I just loved how they are breaking down all this type of stuff, because sometimes you only see 2 minutes, but you don't know that they actually spend hours to give us that 2 minutes steamy sex scene. And they also, spoke deep about the different types of sex scene that they've been doing, and because of it was there in the book, they had to deliver that. And also Mkhele, he spoke about the most challenging scene. It was the abusive scene, and he said it was very difficult for him because of now the more he was doing that, he realized that there were people who tap into that space in our daily basis and abusing our beautiful, brothers and sisters, and also our beautiful children. Because when we talk about, gender-based violence, when you talk about abuse, everybody can be abused. It doesn't matter if you are male or female. People still deal with abuse all the time. Now, I want to go back to what Fikile Mohodi said. He said, that scene when we have seen the Zulu brothers, breaking out Zandile from jail, it was very challenging because of they didn't have prison where they can go and shoot that scene. They had to go to a nearest police station, and it was limited. There were certain things that they cannot show, and they have to make it look real. And they had to go to a secret location where they will find a water tunnel system in Johannesburg, where they will shoot that scene where we have seen them going underground to go and rescue Zandile from prison. And he said, it has never been shown anywhere in our South African TV space. That's the reason why he decided to go there and shoot that scene there. They also clarified the complicated scene of Sambulo's mysterious death. Remember, there was an explosion. Now, how they did that, there were two taxis. There was the other taxi which Sambulo was in, trying to get away from Majola Brothers, and the other taxi, which looked similar like that taxi, was parked next to a petrol tank. Now, the taxi which was parked next to that tank was filled with explosion, and there was a gentleman who said he has been doing that for 26 years. So what they did, they made us believe that the same taxi that Sambulo was in is the same taxi that got into an accident and it exploded, and that's why Sambulo was killed in that taxi. The editing was amazing.